In the last lesson, viewers, you had seen I had discussed with you body language, postures, eye contact, and I move on to our next important part, that is voice modulation. And once again, I re-emphasize the importance of good speech, because this is where man reveals himself. What he has in mind, he can actually bring it forth for you, and that is through the right kind of conversation and communication. We need voice modulation. Otherwise, what happens? Your interaction becomes very verbose. It becomes uninteresting. People tend to move away from the discussion, and they will not be able to register anything that you've told them, or maybe part of it will only sink in. So as a speaker, what I need to do is I need to hold their attention. So that's the reason why we need voice modulation, because voice is a very effective tool. In fact, the most effective tool. You can create magic with your voice. If you are talking about something scary, you can bring that into your voice. If you are talking about something very official, that it's a notice, it's an announcement, you can sound very, very official. Now you see, all these kind of voice modulation actually makes you understand your main intention of interaction. The message that you want to give, it comes through voice modulation. You know, there are certain tricks to do it. How do you do that? You read aloud. You need viewers to listen to your own voice. If you listen to your own voice, what happens? You can check for pronunciation. The only way to get into good communication is read aloud to start with, and the next most important part is speak. Grab every opportunity that you get, because there is no shortcut to learning good communication. It's only practice, practice, and practice. So if you practice, you will be able to overcome any kind of pronunciation defect that you have. Anything which is not sounding right to your ears, you can make your rectification yourself. Look at pitch and tempo. Now what does that mean? Pitch means the low voice and the high. That is what we mean by pitch. And tempo is the speed at which you speak. You should not be too fast. You should not be too slow, so that people wait for your next word. Just give them the right kind of tempo, the speed. Again, that needs a little bit of practice, because I understand, viewers, that each of us have our own way of delivery, but we can always learn. So please practice, read, and speak. That will take you long way in learning communication. If you think you speak a little fast, check your speed. And more importantly here, I want to mention that every time you introduce a new concept, a new idea, or maybe a sentence, pause. Just give a little pause. And like the way we have a comma and a full stop when we are reading, even in our interaction with audience, be it a full house or just one-to-one interaction, you need to give the comma and the full stop pause in your way of communication. And lastly, which is very, very important, be audible. People need to get you through and through. Every word has to be well communicated. So you have to be loud enough. Don't shout, but just be audible. I've already come to the next slide. Can you see audience awareness written there? You know, viewers, a very, very prudent skill to get across to your audience is to find out whom you are speaking to. If it is a large gathering, find out if they come from a particular educational background. Are they students? Are they people who want to get to know more from you? Or are they people who are already informed and they just want a clarification from you? And you can have various kind of audience, or you may be asked to face a group of interviewers. So please be ready with the information as to whom you are going to address. It will give you a fairly good idea whether it's a friendly crowd or a person or a hostile one. That's the reason why I'm saying check for the audience gathering whom you are going to speak to. If it is a friendly crowd, then the interaction will be very simple. They are willing to listen to you. If it is a hostile crowd, by hostile I mean they are already prepared with certain informations, they just want a clarification from you. They might pose questions or they could disagree. Now we have to be very pleasant enough to understand that we can always disagree, but you agree to disagree. Don't lose your calm when you are speaking. You do not need any fireworks in your speech. That is what I mean to say, that you don't have to use jargon. You do not have to give them always very current happening and you have to keep the crowd roused. No, you don't have to do that. A good speech may have that once a while, it may not have it. Doesn't make any difference. What you need to do is that you have to convey a message. Find out why you are here. What message are you going to give to the crowd? What message are you going to give to your interviewer? What message are you going to give to the person standing across? Idea should be conceptualized. That means you must know what you're going to talk about. Is your concept clear? So this is a kind of a knowledge, a content that you need to know when you are going to address the people on the other side. Wait for an impact after you introduce a concept or an idea. You know, viewers, it's a very good way of communicating when you introduce an idea. Wait for some time. With a smile on your face, look around and see how has it been received. Then you re-emphasize and start with your content. Audience awareness is something I have started and I continue more information for you here. In case the subject is drab, then dramatize. What you can do, you can call somebody up and put a question across, or if it is just one-to-one interaction going on, then you can bring in a touch like your own experience or something like that. It's best to give your own experience than quoting somebody else, because that creates a very good impression amongst the audience, and it's best to try a joke on yourself. Personal anecdote is the best. For instance, I'll give you a little example. Suppose we are talking about an NGO which you are about to join, and you found that there will be a lot of traveling that you have to do, maybe sometimes leg work. You could always put it in like this: I would love to be a part of that team. I hardly get a chance to do my exercise, you can see from my body weight, but if I join that NGO, I'll be able to double up with my exercise as well. So it's a kind of a little anecdote and a joke that you have shared. Next, very important, don't get distracted if you find your listeners whispering nodding at each other or smiling. You know, this is a very common feeling that we all have. When we are talking in a group, or maybe two persons, and you've said something and you find that there's a very meaningful glance between the two, or a little exchange of whispers going around. Don't get dejected, viewers, because let's not be judgmental. They could be appreciating you, saying something good about you. That smile which they exchange is an appreciative smile, so it may not be criticizing you, and it could be a smile of appreciation. So hold on, carry on with your interaction with people.